Hey everyone, welcome to Tech Under the Microscope. I'm George, and today I'm diving into a wild experiment, using a 2009 27-inch iMac as my main computer in 2025. Yes, the same iMac that once boasted a 1 terabyte mechanical drive and a mere 4 gigabytes of RAM is now my chosen workhorse. Buckle up, because this retro ride is about to get modernized. Once upon a time, in a world of floppy disks and dial-up tones, Apple released this 27-inch behemoth. Fast forward to now, my son left home and his beloved iMac stayed behind, so I thought, why not give this veteran a second shot at life? And thus began my journey into the magical and sometimes maddening world of macOS after living in Windows land all my life. Now, let's talk mods. I swapped out that creaky mechanical drive for a blazing fast SSD and boosted the RAM from 4 gigabytes to a whopping 20 gigabytes. And here's where it gets fun. I upgraded from High Sierra, which Apple sadly left in the past, to the non-officially supported macOS Sequoia using Open Core Legacy Patcher, or OCLP for short. The installation was so smooth it felt like the iMac got hit by a rejuvenation ray. So what's the scoop on this ancient beauty now running in 2025? For everyday tasks like browsing, working on Office apps, streaming YouTube, and even the occasional Zoom call, this iMac still rocks it. And let's not forget that dazzling 2560 by 1440 pixel resolution, crisp visuals that make modern 1080p displays look like way back in the dial-up era. The design? Timeless. This machine still oozes classic Apple elegance. Of course, nothing is perfect. As a die-hard photographer, I've discovered that editing with Adobe's current suite, Lightroom and Photoshop, is like trying to run a marathon in tap shoes, simply not supported due to the iMac's lack of metal hardware. I even tried the web versions, which are kind of like a disco with flickering lights and groovy delays. Video editing suffers too. Adobe Rush is painfully slow, though iMovie manages to keep up. And AirDrop? Let's just say it's more of an air-don't at this point. Oh, and if you lock the screen and log back in, you might see an error message, but a quick click later and all is well. All said, after 3 months of using this iMac as my main machine, I can confidently say, if your work mostly revolves around Office apps, emails, and the internet, this vintage marvel is a fab choice. But for graphic-intensive tasks or serious video and photo editing, you might need to look at a newer model. Say a 2017 iMac or later that supports metal. It's like choosing between a classic car and a high-speed race car. The vintage is charming, but performance matters in the fast lane. All in all, my 2009 iMac has proven that with a little creativity and some clever upgrades, even old tech can shine in 2025. I'll be sharing more adventures and deep dives on this machine in upcoming videos, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more Tech Under the Microscope moments. Got any questions or funny tech stories of your own? Drop a comment down below. I love hearing from you all.